Welcome back. We're rebuilding my Canam Defender. Got rid of the portals. We're adding a lift. New diff. Front diff was shot. And don't get mad at my janky setup to put this thing in the air. I don't have a shot, but hope you like it. Thanks.
So, just picked up this Halo 30. I'm busy cleaning it. I'm gonna polish it and then clear coat it. But I got it used, so not too bad. Everything's still good in it. All the splines are good, all the gears. I double checked it. It's all good. I just gotta put my plugs in it. I got the actuator, got the cups. Not too bad for my first time. I guess this top's still pretty bad. That's kind of what it looks like on camera. But that side ain't half bad. Not what that used to look like. Alright, so I finally got done polishing the front diff and the steering rack. It turned out pretty good. I put a clear coat on it, but it was not the clear coat I was expecting. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it looks like it's kind of like, well, rough. Steering rack came out alright, but there's like some deep stuff in there I just could not get out of clean. So it's better than what it was. But alright, let's get it put in. Alright, so it's currently day 2 and we got some stuff in from Turner. Got another axle cup, shaft, 2 boots for those Halo 30s. Well, the damn inner cups, whatever. Blah blah blah. Grease packs, fucking bands, banding tool, and some more boots. And some clips. Blah blah blah. But for this, we still gotta put this damn diff in. Gotta put that back in. I've got to put some longer bolts. And here, the stock ones, because I had to loosen the front bumper up to put the damn frame stiffener on there. Well, I put them back in, you know, just cinched them down, you know, figure it's a bumper. It's got some pretty good damn nuts on the back of it. Oh no, they're fucked. They're screwed. Oh, let me see if I can find them. Yeah, well, I guess I threw them away. But they were stripped off, and the damn nuts on the back side are stripped off. So now I gotta put damn new bolts and new nuts on the back side. But it's grade 8 hardware that I'm putting in it now. But then we can clean up these axles, put new boots on them, put new grease on them, slap them in, and then we can start tearing apart this lift to get it cleaned up. And then we got some more bushings coming in. We'll see that later. But I'm thinking I'm not gonna put these lift brackets on for the shocks, the shock relocation brackets on, and see if we can make this into a long travel. I'm worried about these arms, this part of the arm for the ball joint plate. If they're sitting so low, I'm afraid they're like gonna hit the axle or something, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's get into putting those bolts back in, putting the front diff, and putting the steering rack back on. All right, so I finally got the brass bushings and the steering rack brace from TCP. Let's get it open. So there's the steering rack brace. It's a solid piece of 1/4 inch steel. Nuts on the back of it, those ones that I beat off. So they're gonna have to go through there now and brace that whole backside. Oh my god, that's like a big old mess. Okay. What the hell is this one? Perfect. all the bushings for all the angle ones? All the ones for the bottom hubs on the back? And the ones for the top hubs? I don't reckon you grease them. I mean, what the hell is it red? I want to paint it black. This is ugly. Why would they come red? It make no sense. I tried to have them repowder coat it. They said only orders over $1,000. And mine was only $780 or something. Why would they make them red? Here's that bolt I was talking about. Screwed. There's the new one. But grade 8 hardware. And it's stainless as well, so that'll go in place of it. It's got to be a little bit longer because we're still going to put a lock nut on the back of it, but let's get after it. All right, in order to put the rack brace in, the rack brace goes behind it. You see where those bolts are? Right about there. There's 2 more on that side and there's 1 more right there. But the rack brace goes in behind this area and it keeps this from folding and cracking, which they've been doing. So on my year model 20 and up, I've got to beat these nuts off somehow because a solid plate is what goes back there and reinforces it, and the plate has nuts on the back of them, so we've got to get those nuts off. So I'm either going to put a bolt in it and beat them off because there's not too much weld on it, but we'll see. There's one. It was tacked, but it was holding there pretty damn good. Now we got to get 4 more off. Beat the shit out of this one. Hopefully the other ones are easier to get off. 3 out of 4. That was it. 4 out of 4s, huh? Got no better than that. Alright, well, you might be able to see, but oh, yeah. See where I got those nuts off? There. One right there. There's another one down there at the bottom on the other side. But got them all pretty clean. Now I just got to put the rack on and the brace and then bolt it all together. Now to put this big boy in. Alright, now I got the diff set in there. It's not bolted down because it's easier to put the rack on without that in the way. That's got to be pushed all the way forward. I'll get it lined up, rack in, bolt it on, just not the brace on. And make sure before you put this rack in with these boots that that is turned down. See, straight up and down with that. Mine's not bolted down, so I got to take it off, Loctite it, put it back on. I'm gonna use blue Loctite, not the red stuff, because I might need to have to take this off again one day. Never know, but just in case. Alright, so we got the rack bolted in, got the rack brace on. You can see it in there, right around that area right there. That was a pain in the ass to get in. You got to push it through here, sideways, flip it around, and then push it up. That's without having to get rid of the skid plate or anything like that. Now that that's in, I'll put this solenoid on for the diff, for the lock and diff on it, and then get it plugged up, and then get it filled with oil. I do have one issue with the solenoid sticking way out. I feel like they could have like flipped it around and put it up higher over here. I don't know. I think it sticks way out, but there's the axle cut. But like if let's say that axle, the input shaft on that axle bust, it takes that so much right out. I mean, I don't know. That's just me being an ass. But make sure you put dielectric grease on this before you plug it in. But I'm about to do the same. And then zip tie all your wires up. I know mine look like shit, but I got mine running over the top of some other stuff. I'm gonna zip tie it up here. Make sure it doesn't get in the way of all these steering components, and it don't fall down into like the axle and stuff like that. I'm just using this regular old gear oil purple. I just seen the most expensive one. I said, hey, it's got to be some good stuff. But They said any kind of gear oil, really, 75-90 would be perfect, whatever the stock takes. So let's put this in.
The diff is in, the steering rack's back in, and the brace is in. We're gonna get this thing back to its former glory. But thanks for watching. Deuces.